Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, good evening to everyone. This video, it will give the clarity to you kidney functions. We are discussing about excretion and their products, how their elimination in that chapter. So kidney structure and then nephron structure. In the nephron, urine formation process and how urine is fully converted from the concentration from hypotonic solution onwards hyper solution, how it is changed, counter current theory, that we see. This video, kidney functions, how kidney will be performing their works and how kidney functions are controlling by the some of the organs, some of the parts of our body, that is our hypothalamus, and then second one aldosterone, adrenal gland, and then liver. There onward something essential enzymes and hormones are secreting. That hormones, how it is controlling of kidney functions, that and all you will get it clarity in this video. Let me start today video session. See students, kidney function. Here kidney main role is purification of blood. In the purification of blood means our blood containing with the waste material. That waste material belongs to nitrogenous waste material. Along with nitrogenous waste material, a threshold substance, that is a creatinine, correct now? So that creatinine want to excrete to out from the body. So these two are nitrogenous waste material and creatinine are purified. It is generally present in the blood. Then that blood onwards it want to purify. At the time of that purification by the renal artery, blood will enter the inside and then it reach the nephron's Bowman's capsule. It will form the glomerulus by the efferent arteriole. Then that efferent arteriole onwards, Bowman's capsule of nephrons, pure particles are exchanging, filtration, that primary urine will form. That primary urine onwards several essential particles are reabsorbing. By this process purification will occur, purification of blood. Then the purified blood will be going out through efferent arteriole. So it efferent to efferent. Efferent is entry inside, efferent is going outside. Okay, so whatever it is, in the glomerulus blood is purified. That is a one step. And then next one, asthma regulation. Asthma regulation mean here concentration of our body fluids. Here maintenance of homeostasis of organism, maintenance of the water and salt of the body fluids. How much water? Sorry Nana, Anning's coming. Okay, how much water and then along with water salt content want to maintain in the body fluids, blood and tissue fluids, whatever it is. So for example, if you take over excessive water, in that what you drank, that water it is utilizing by the body, and then excessive water will be sent out. It will not store in. Okay, when it is necessary time, it will be consuming of the water and releasing of the water in the form of the urine. It will decrease, but it up to certain limits only water and salts will be balancing in our body. That maintenance only we call as a homeostasis. Okay, then next a very most important thing, a excessive amount of these excretion by the skin and kidney, regulation of the water salt will helping by the hormones. Here water also excreted in the through skin also by the sweating glands. Whether you know or doesn't know, sorry Ra, see here through skin onwards sweat, water will be loose out in the form of the sweat. Kidneys are releasing the urea, that urea mingled with water. Because of urea excretion wise, just 50 ml of water is sufficient. We seen that one. So, correct now. So basing on their requirement, how much quantity need to maintain in our body, that and all controlling and excessive thing excretion, these mechanism totally controlling by the some of the hormones also play an important. That hormones are ADH and aldosterone and angiotensin II. ADH secreted by pituitary and aldosterone secreting by the releasing from adrenal gland. Angiotensin II or angiotensin, that angiotensin present in the liver. These are the hormones play an important role in homeostasis maintenance. Any variations happens in the body fluid concentrations, it will be rearrange means regulate. How it will regulate? About ADH and aldosterone, how it will regulate, I will explain now. Regulation of kidney functions. So here kidney functions are controlling by these three hormones. And here kidney functions are controlling by the three parts of our body. These are the hormones, these are the parts. Here hypothalamus is one of the part, and then extraglandular apparatus is one more part, and heart is one more part. So first I will tell about hypothalamus. How hypothalamus is controlling the kidney functions, okay, or how it will be playing important role in the homeostasis of the body fluid. Okay student, listen, see now. Okay, here we are discussing about the how kidneys are function controlling by the several hormones and several organs. Here I am saying about the hypothalamus controlling the kidney functions. First of all, how hypothalamus is a part of our brain, correct now? So see Nana, first how the brain part hypothalamus are one of the part in the endocrinal system also, whatever it is, how it is controlling. For that one is a process, a sequence relations are there. Here asthma receptors are present in our blood. That means blood our blood having the sufficient water, sufficient nutrients or something, what are the requirements, things need to our body balancing that everything. If any imbalance happened in the blood, automatically asthma receptors is there na, especially asthma receptors will recognizing about the water. If the water quantity is less in the water body fluids, these asthma receptors are recognizing, okay, something is changed in the blood water content. So that information will be recognizing. When it will recognizing, when the excessive water will loss. Our body onwards by the sweating or by the urine, our water is excessive. Okay, water is lost. So water content will be less in our body fluids. On that time, these asthma receptors are activated. That activated we call it just simply switch on. Switch on that. Next, okay, and here switch on the asthma receptors. Now these asthma receptors are through the blood circulation, they are reach that hypothalamus. That hypothalamus will take out that information, what it is sending. Asthma receptors, what it is they giving to the hypothalamus, by that hypothalamus will stimulate. Then hypothalamus release the one hormone, that is ADH. Okay, here ADH is secreting, synthesis in the hypothalamus, secreting from pituitary gland. So that ADH release the into the blood and then it will reach the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland contains the two parts and that second part neurohypophysis. So hypothalamus activation apparum, it release the ADH. That ADH also called as a vasopressin. That vasopressin send into the pituitary neurohypophysis or second part, lower part of the pituitary. Then that onwards ADH will be released into the blood. Through the blood circulation, that ADH will release send to the reach the distal convoluted tube and collecting duct. When the blood containing with the ADH hormone, these DCT and CT collecting duct both are activated. You remember one thing, in the reabsorption process, in the DCT and CT, distal convoluted tube and CT, both are under controlling by the conditional or facultative reabsorption. Conditional and facultative reabsorption. So here conditional and facultative reabsorption time, water will be reabsorption by the presence of ADH. Correct only now. So facultative reabsorption of water by the presence of ADH. Then it prevents the diuresis. Diuresis means urine releasing. Okay, by urine excessive water loss will be preventing. Diuresis means more water is released through urine form, that we call the diuresis. So these ADH to reabsorbing of water from the DCT and the CT, so finally it continue to control the diuresis. Okay, if for example these ADH secretion is in the hypothalamus, what will happen, Srimanana? The person will suffering with diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus. That diabetes insipidus time, the patient every day he will be excrete the over water through urine. Okay, so in their body fluids does not maintain body water concentration. So lack of ADH hormone. That only it is not similar with the diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is a sugar disease. Sugar disease tells about in the urine glucose percentage. Here in urine was water percentage. If urine having the more water generally in the normal urine quantity, so that is leads to the diabetes insipidus. That only finally lack of ADH, diabetes insipidus it will lead. Okay, then so by the hypothalamus, these hormone secretion in the ADH, it's control the kidney functions. Correct only na? Then next one. Okay, ADH also play an important role in the controlling of, consider contraction of blood vessels. When the blood vessels contraction aina, especially which blood vessels, efferent arterioles are there na? Efferent arterioles, tough capillary blood vessels are contraction na, it increases the glomerular filtration rate. Glomerular filtration. How it will increase the glomerular filtration? Short form GFR means glomerular filtration rate. How? Blood vessels contraction na, blood pressure will increase na, instead of the blood flow, instead of the blood vessels, blood flow will be increased. So blood flow increase aina, blood pressure will increase. Blood pressure increase aina, automatically it will impact to the increasing of GFR, glomerular filtration rate. So by the absorption of the water from the DCT and then increasing of the blood pressure by the contraction of the blood vessels, okay, increasing that glomerular filtration rate. These two are controlling by the hypothalamus. Okay, because of hypothalamus onwards ADH hormone. So that is a link, hypothalamus onwards ADH. Okay, then next one, glomerular apparatus. Where which part this one in our body, in which place this apparatus is there? We have all the we have the something idea about which part located in which place. Here glomerular apparatus presents inside of the kidney, that to nephron place. So very small apparatus. So these apparatus is made by the combination of the two things. You know efferent arteriole. Bowman's capsule ki ulla poyiche blood vessel we call as efferent arteriole. Ullaga ponu blood vessel. Okay, ullaga poyi veliki vande blood vessels we call as efferent arteriole. So these efferent arteriole contact with distal convoluted tube. Renal tube lo distal convoluted DCT is there na. Efferent arteriole connecting with the distal convoluted tube, it will form the glomerular apparatus. How the glomerular apparatus will form? These glomerular apparatus formed by the modification of two different type of cells. That one is smooth muscle cells. In which place they are present? Efferent arteriole blood vessels are having the three layers: tunica externa, tunica media, tunica interna. Tunica media is having the smooth muscles now. So that smooth muscle cells are modified and to form the specialized cells, JG cells. And simultaneously distal convoluted tube, cuboidal cells are there now. That cuboidal cells are modified and then it will form the maculodensa cells. Here smooth muscle cells of the efferent arteriole and cuboidal cells of the distal convoluted tubes are modified. JG cells here formed maculodensa. Now combination of the JG cells and maculodensa, it will form the juxtaglomerular apparatus. Now what is the significance of these juxtaglomerular apparatus, we want to know. So when the first condition, blood flow fall down the blood pressure in the glomerulus, that means efferent arteriole onwards blood enter the inside of the glomerulus, then their blood pressure is very less. So lack of blood pressure, it does not create the 60 mmHg because of filtration rate is there now. That filtration rate 60 mmHg pressure in the hydrostatic pressure and colloid osmotic pressure is 38, then opposing by the 12 Bowman's capsule, totally net filtration rate the 10 mmHg process is there now. So that will be fall down, glomerular filtration rate will be fall down, lack of proper blood pressure. So automatically it activates the JG cells because of blood enter into the efferent arteriole smooth muscle cells only JG cells kadana. So that JG cells release the one enzyme, very most important enzyme, renin, RENIN. Double N vandittina adi digestive system. In the digestive system time also I said about that. So renin, that renin That renin through the blood circulation it reach the liver, to reach the liver. Now when the liver receiving the renin from the JG cell, juxtaglomerular apparatus cells, JG cells, that liver having the some sequence changes. Already liver one enzyme is there, that to inactive form, that to inactive form. The enzyme name angiotensinogen, angiotensinogen. That angiotensinogen in the presence of the renin receiving from the JG cells, correct na? That renin, in the presence of the renin, it is activate and getting activation form angiotensin 1. Angiotensinogen onwards angiotensinin 1 formed, as like trypsinogen onwards trypsin how it is produced. So angiotensinin onwards angiotensinin 1. Now these angiotensin 1 again converted to the angiotensin 2. Here one enzyme name, that easy enzyme, angiotensin converting enzyme, angiotensin converting enzyme. That means it is a converting of angiotensin 1 to 2, angiotensin 1 to 2. So these angiotensin through the blood pressure, it reach the adrenal gland. That to adrenal gland, which part? Cortex part. From the cortex part onwards, it stimulate the cortex part and it's secreting aldosterone hormone. Okay, that aldosterone hormone through blood circulation, it will reach the distal convoluted tube. Here distal convoluted tubes are there na, this is cell maculodelsa cells. That maculodelsa cells are very efficient to reabsorption of sodium ions and water. So when they are reabsorbing of the sodium ions and water in the which place? DCT and CD, distal convoluted tube and CD. Okay, it's secreting into the K plus ions at DCT and CD. Not only reabsorption, it stimulates the secretion of the K plus ions into the DCT and CD. And then here finally it increasing the blood pressure. So when the blood pressure, why it is happen? When the blood pressure is fall down, by the blood pressure fall down, what it is affected? GFR is affected, glomerular filtration rate. If by the effect of these renin, angiotensin and then aldosterone, which is increasing of the blood pressure, so automatically what it is impacting? GFR will impact. GFR means glomerular filtration rate. So in the Bowman's capsule, filtration rate will be happens properly. Okay, by the filtration rate for 1 minute it certain quantity, sufficient quantity of the purification of the blood. Okay, blood is purifying nitrogenous waste material, sending out from the renal tube, through that renal tube. So these total system we call as a RAAS. Why we call as a, given the name is RAAS? R means renin, A means angiotensin, and then A means aldosterone, S means system. So here 3 enzymes are playing important role. What are that? Renin is one enzyme secreting from the JG cells, modified cells of the smooth cells of afferent arteriole, and then that renin will reach the liver already have containing with the angiotensinogen. That angiotensinogen, in the presence of the renin, it will convert into the angiotensin 1. That angiotensin 1 in the presence of angiotensin converting enzyme, angiotensin 2 will form. That angiotensin 2 through the blood circulation to reach the adrenal gland, then adrenal cortex will stimulate, then adrenal cortex onwards aldosterone will produce. By the effect of the aldosterone, here water and sodium ions are reabsorbing at the place of the distal convoluted tube and collecting duct. Finally blood pressure will increase. That blood pressure will also affect to the increasing the glomerular filtration rate. So what are the enzymes are involving in the glomerular apparatus mechanism? Based on that we given the name RAAS. And what we completed தெரியுமானா in the beginning time in the first column kidney function controlling by the enzymes and parts. Here hypothalamus link with ADH, and then juxtaglomerular apparatus, that juxtaglomerular apparatus finally controlling by the aldosterone, adrenal cortex onwards it is secreting, and then angiotensin. These are a combination, okay, sequence. The sequence means same mechanism they are working, okay. So this, and still heart, how it is controlling the kidney functions we will be know. Still some of the concept of micturition process and disorders of the excretory system, these and all continuation videos you will get the clarity. Thank you.